Hey, what's going on everybody? It's going to be a quick tutorial, probably a two-part thing on some optimization for the zombie template and also how we can update your old project using the new project. So this is going to be for version 2.3.8. So if you got an old version and you want to upgrade, then I'll show you how to do it. But first we're going to go through the major little thing that I found was the blood splatter particle effect, which is under content, HTT, materials, blood splatter particles. You open this up here and you can see here it never says completed on the bottom, and it's because this right on the far right is this particle emitter. It has a lifetime of like unlimited for some reason. So if you click on lifetime and then on the right and then you come over here on the left, drop it down, change the minimum to something like 0.1 and the maximum to something like 0.5. And then when you hit save, now you'll see right here, let's go to, can we view this in wireframe? Yeah, so you can see it spurts a little blood and then it says complete. And that's what you want with any particle effect that you're using over and over and over, like impact effects, explosions, just one-off type of particle effects. You want it to say completed after it's done. You don't want it to stay forever, otherwise they'll build up over in your game, and yeah, that's no good. So this is not the first time I've found this. I recently found a particle effect in my perk system. I made a video on it, and so most of these the thing is, most of these effects are from either modified or just the ones from Epic Games provided. So just take a look at all of them. Don't trust anyone. Just take a double check and make sure what you're using them for, and that make sure they work. So doing that will save you a lot of performance, especially in the long run, because some people were saying the longer they played their game, the more it would start lagging. It wouldn't lag till later on, and it was probably because of this blood splatter effect. I mean, it would just like splatter, and there was one little piece of blood, one little drop that would just fall forever underneath the map. It would just go, and it would build up. I guess a million blood drops over an hour of playing would probably build up some lag. So that will fix that. And then the next thing I want to do is to talk about the update. And what I did was I updated the impact effect. So by default, on the way I have it before this update, you get a gun such as this and you shoot. And you can shoot as much as you want. And there's bullet effects, bullet hole decals, impact effects, and there's nothing capping the amount. They all have a lifespan, so you can see them disappearing right now. So they all disappear over time, which is fine. But if you take and shoot a gun like a minigun or something with a ton of ammo, shoots really fast, just blasts like crazy, that's a lot of impact effects and decals. Times 4 players or 6 players or however many players you have in your game, and they're all doing the same thing or shooting into zombies. That's a lot of blood splatter decals, bullet hole decals, all of it. It's a lot. It builds up. So what I've done is on this new update, created a component that you can just drop into the character that you want. In this case, I'm using it on the third person character. It's called the impact effects pool component. And we're going to put all these into a pool. And if you click on it, I have over here the max number of impact effects. By default, I have it set to 9. I'm going to show you something like 3, just for demonstration purposes here. So if I were to hop into the game, and let's say you want to draw a smiley face, do 1, 2, 3. You can see I can only have 3 at a time. You may notice this on games. I always noticed it as a kid and stuff playing games. Try to draw a smiley face, and your bullet holes go away. The first ones start going away. So you can never have more than 3. So once you get past 3, instead of drawing a fourth one, it's just going to take that first one and use it instead. So take that first bullet hole that was over there and move it to right there. So you'll never have more than 3. And you literally never notice it. I mean, you can just blast zombies like crazy. Still looks exactly like it always did, but you're not using any performance. And they're all preloaded into the game, into memory. So you're not having to spawn and destroy anything. You're pre-spawning your impact effects, which in this case is only, and decals, it's only 3. But I set it to something like 9 because I figured a shotgun has probably got like 8 or 9 pellets. So that's probably about the max amount you would need. I mean, we could test that real quick if you want. But basically, you grab a gun like a auto shotgun, you shoot it, makes that many bullet holes, shoot it again, and it just kind of gets rid of the old ones. It doesn't get rid of them, it moves them to right there, and then it moves them here, here, and same with a light machine gun. You just... And there you have it. And they also fade over time. Well, that was bright. They fade over time as well. So, it's the same exact result, but doing it in a super more optimized way. So, what I'm going to do is show you how you can get this new component. All you have to do is you go to your Epic launcher, you would update the zombie template, and then create a new project. So, let's pretend like this is the brand new project I just created with the update, right? And this right here is my old project, or this is, yeah, my old project that I want the update in. So what you would do is you can just come into HGT weapons, and then in the weapons folder I have a new folder called pooling objects. So you would just right click this, you can click migrate, and you don't need all of this stuff. You want to uncheck effects here and click the little drop down. Also uncheck materials. All you need is weapons, pooling objects, and these two, pool actor and a pool component. And you hit OK, and then you would just browse to where you want it. So let's see, in this case that would be, let me just show and explore so I can grab it real quick. And we'll just paste that in there. This is where your where your project is. So then you would just put it in the content there, and then select that. What's it gonna say? Oh, something already exists, and you would just say yes to all. 0 files. Okay, well, if this doesn't work this way, I might have done the wrong directory, but I'll show you another way too if it doesn't work this way. Maybe we'll just not uncheck them all. We'll just go to here. I think I put it in my downloads. Yeah, tutorial, content, select, and then no all, and there we go. Alright, so you don't even have to uncheck everything, I don't think. So let's go see if it put it in my new folder. We go to weapons, here's the pooling objects, yay, and it put them in there, sweet. So now that we have those, now all we have to do is just add them to our character and set it up, and we're good. So let's go to HGT, characters, base character, third person character, and here's our third person character. We want to come up here to add and just type in pool, like a swimming pool, and you add the impact effects pool component here. And like I said, you can click it and come over here and you can change the max number of impact effects, and compile that and save. And then all we got to do now is go into the event graph for this third person character. And I don't know where it'll spawn you in here, but this is bottom right, this pink commented area that says new impact effects. If you want to search for the event, it's called new play impact effects. This is what we're going to tweak here. So what we want is we're going to leave these 3 and delete the rest. So delete spawn emitter location, spawn blood decal. Actually keep the play sound. I'm going to disconnect it and reconnect it over here in a second. And you don't need the rest of this stuff. That's the old school way. We're not going to use that anymore. We're just going to need these. And you do the same thing down here with the shotgun. You just want you keep the get impact effects, but delete the spawn emitter location, spawn blood decal. Keep the play sound. We'll plug it in a second, and then delete these. Boop, boop, boop. Give it a second. For some reason, Unreal 5 is so slow on my end. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Alright, so once we get that, all we need now is from our updated project. So let's come back over here to the updated project. I'm going to open up the third person character in it, and there is well, you can look and see right here what the new one looks like. You can see we need this use pool impact effects, and that is a function that's created down here in the third person character. And you can just come over here, click it, right click, copy it, and then come back to your project that you're working in, and then just simply Control V to paste. And there you go. Now we have this function here. It's all plugged up. I'm going to go back to the event graph, and we can just drag this function in like this, and then just connect everything up. So you can just connect in the play sound, connect in the location for the sound, connect in this right here for the pool, connect in the location, the rotation, the impact effects off of this, the impact material right there, and then you just do the same thing. I did the shotgun first. Do the same thing up here. Connect it up, location. It's the exact same function. Drag that in, and you have your new project to look at it as a reference. You just literally just connect the dots here, and once that's connected, then everything should be set up and working. And we'll go into the game real quick and make sure that it works. There we go. Let's do a test real quick and set it to something really low. So like impact effects, we'll set it to 2. And then we'll go back into the game. And I should only be able to shoot 2 bullets. There should only be 2 bullet holes on screen at a time. There we go. So it's a super easy way to optimize performance. I really don't. But you can set it to whatever you want. If your game needs more impact effects, then you could come in here and set this number to something really high, like, I don't know, 50 or 20 or 25 or 100, whatever you need. But this is per player, so each player will have, in this case, 2 or 9. So if you set this to 100 and you have 4 players, then you're going to have 400 preloaded impact effects and decals preloaded into your memory, which probably not going to hurt anything. I'm just telling you now, that's how it works. This way that we just went through will save on, there's no spawning, there's no destroying, there's no garbage collection from the engine and stuff, or having to clean up anything out of memory. It's just saved in what's called a pool, and saves on performance. Then you don't have to worry about that anymore. You can just shoot and shoot and shoot away, and you're good to go. So thanks for watching. I hope that helps. Hope that optimizes everyone's projects, and thanks for watching.